Kevin Thelwell's position at Rangers has come under renewed scrutiny following a recent revelation that has sparked fresh debate among supporters. With tensions already simmering around key decisions behind the scenes, the latest development has left many fans questioning the direction of the club's leadership. As concerns continue to build, Thelwell now finds himself facing deeper questions over his role and the choices shaping Rangers' future. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Kevin Felwell's latest interview has sparked a fresh wave of frustration among Rangers supporters, deepening what was already an uneasy relationship between the sporting director and the Ibrox faithful. After a summer window marked by a net spend of £20 million, Thelwell insisted the squad had undergone a massive improvement, a claim many fans argue bears little resemblance to what they have witnessed on the pitch. Much of the anger stems from Rangers' widespread structural overhaul behind the scenes, overseen by Andrew Kavanagh, and particularly Thelwell's choice to appoint his son, Robbie, as the club's new head of recruitment. Supporters have been left stunned by the decision, which has been broadly condemned as tone-deaf at best and negligent at worst. With performances stagnating and many signings underperforming, patience has evaporated rapidly. Thelwell's early months in charge have been littered with errors in the eyes of many Rangers fans. His recent in-house interview did nothing to soften the mood, with supporters accusing him of dodging key questions about his own future, while focusing instead on the club's ongoing disputes with the Scottish FA. Rather than providing clarity, the interview appeared to inflame tensions further. Football journalist Keith Jackson captured the sentiment felt by a large section of the support, openly challenging the sporting director's attempt to change the narrative. Jackson argued that Thelwell's tone was wildly misjudged, saying, "Thelwell seems to think he can win over fans by playing the victim card. It's cheap, crass, and unlikely to work." He added that those running Rangers ought to be better than that and look in the mirror rather than search for conspiracy theories. That criticism has struck a chord. Many supporters believe Thelwell has made a catalogue of serious missteps, yet has faced little direct consequence. There is still lingering resentment over a summer window widely regarded as one of the worst in recent memory, and Thelwell's subsequent decision to place key recruitment responsibilities in the hands of his son only intensified the scrutiny. On the footballing front, the results speak for themselves. Of the many new arrivals, only JD Gassama and Jaden Magoma have been viewed as genuinely promising additions. Several others, including £10 million signing Yousef Chamiti, have struggled significantly, raising doubts about the wider strategy. The choice to send Oscar Cortez out on loan following his £4.5 million permanent move has also been a major talking point. While the agreement was reached in June 2024, fans continue to direct responsibility toward Thelwell for sanctioning the decision. The pressure on the 51-year-old has reached boiling point. Criticism, scrutiny, and outright hostility from the stands have become routine, with many supporters convinced that trust has been shattered beyond repair. For Thelwell to turn things around, he would need to deliver a near-flawless January window, something the fan base views with a mixture of hope and skepticism. If the recruitment strategy does not show immediate and dramatic improvement, there is a growing belief that Kavanagh must intervene and remove Thelwell from his post. As one supporter sentiment has repeatedly echoed in recent weeks, the excuses have gone too far. In other news, Yousef Chamiti's start to life at Rangers has been anything but smooth, and the pressure surrounding his situation is beginning to intensify. Brought in for a fee rising to £10 million, the young striker arrived with high expectations and the backing of Kevin Thelwell, who believed he could become a long-term attacking focal point at Ibrox. Instead, the early months of his Rangers career have delivered frustration, inconsistency, and growing uncertainty over what comes next. Russell Martin struggled to coax performances from him before his dismissal, leaving Chamiti caught in a cycle of ineffective outings and dwindling confidence. Danny Roll's arrival has at least given the Portuguese forward more regular opportunities, but the return has remained modest. One solitary goal, a strike against Kilmarnock, is all he has to show for his efforts so far, a statistic that sits uneasily alongside the sizable investment Rangers made. Now, with January approaching, the possibility of Chamiti leaving on loan has emerged. Braga are among several clubs monitoring his situation closely, aware that Rangers may be open to a temporary move if it helps salvage the player's development. But even the suggestion of an early exit has sparked debate, with many questioning what it would signal for a signing of this magnitude. Football finance specialist Dan Plumley believes the reaction would be sharp and unavoidable. "You're going to get backlash if it goes that way," he explained. "We know the scrutiny that Rangers are under, and already the pressure that Danny Roll has been under, so the expectations are always going to be high." Plumley stressed that Rangers would need to weigh multiple factors before deciding on any loan deal. Protecting their long-term interests could be key, particularly given the fee paid. "I think if you are going to go down that road and do that deal and say that this transfer isn't working for us, there are options you can do," he said. Do you put a loan-to-buy obligation for wherever he goes? Or do you say, find your form, come back, and we'll go again next season? He added that whichever path Rangers choose, they must be braced for criticism. There are a couple of ways you can work it, but given the transfer fee and scrutiny around Rangers, if it does go that way, there's going to be a fair bit of backlash, and they're going to have to deal with it. The story becomes even more intriguing with Braga's involvement. Rangers will face the Portuguese side on the 27th of November in the Europa League, a competition in which the Ibrox club have been desperately poor. Bottom of the league phase and coming off a home defeat to AS Roma, their European campaign has lacked rhythm, confidence and cutting edge. All the qualities Chamiti himself has been searching for. Should Chamiti feature against Braga and deliver the kind of performance that first attracted Rangers to him, their admiration may only grow. But that scenario would also force Rangers into a difficult position. Letting him go may suddenly feel far less appealing, even if a loan move had previously seemed the best option. With a crucial stretch of matches ahead and January drawing nearer, Chamiti's future remains open-ended. The coming weeks could redefine his Rangers career or accelerate his exit, and the club must now navigate the next steps with care, clarity, and an eye firmly on both the present demands and the long-term plan. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.